What's up, everybody? It's another Road to 2077. It's Wednesday, so pretty close to beating the game. We should be done with the game tonight, so that'll be really cool. Since last week, I now have a solid-state drive and a new CPU, so I think you'll see some faster loading screens today. Hold on, my camera's a little off. There we go. Okay, I'm not that far back, am I? Okay. I know where I'm going.
You have been deceived, tired pilgrim. I destroyed the entire city of Chicago only because the threat from Moscow warranted such desperate tactics. Come to the Holocaust Tent 04. It's time you learn the truth about your past.
Oh, I remember. There's these freaking guys this way. That's why I stopped, because they were making my life difficult. Oh, they're not there. Okay. Then let's get cloaked. Crouch. Oh, I forgot what the crouch button was. It's a good thing I got that upgrade that makes me completely silent, so...
To land. Shall we go? I will be your pilot until we reach Liberty Island.
How will JC get there?
JC Denton is already there, in a manner of speaking. He will be preparing the systems necessary for the Great Advance while we are in Cairo.
This is what you were talking about at the Nine Worlds Tavern.
JC does not use the word advance. This notion is present in my original programming, as constructed by Tracer Tong in the 2040s.
What good are socio-political notions to a pilot drone?
You will have to ask Mr. Tong. Shall we go?
I'm ready.
Get some rest. Cairo is not as friendly as it was when you left it.
Okay.
The Templars have overrun all of New Cairo, including the mosque. They have moved Paul Denton's cryo-storage tank to Flight Bay 24 on level 110 of the arcology.
What do you know about the Templar defenses?
They had deep roots in the local population and were able to call up a large number of paladins. In addition, they have deployed a military bot in the mosque and 2 in the arcology.
What happened to the city's security forces?
They were eliminated. SSC Chief Vera Maxwell stormed the arcology with forces flown in from Germany, but they were surrounded and are now pinned down somewhere inside the structure.
So I'm on my own.
I will wait here for now. After you find Paul, I will meet you in Flight Bay 23 at the top of the arcology. Good luck.
This is what the Illuminati wants you to do. Destroy Paul Denton and help return biomod technology to international regulation. Please discuss the operation with the elite commander waiting for you in the street. Paul's frozen body is located in Flight Bay 24 on level 110 of the arcology.
Both of us are targets here. We will work separately until the final phase of the operation.
What do you expect me to do?
You will infiltrate the New Cairo arcology. I will do the same and join you prior to the assault.
If anyone's a glaring target for Templar Paladins, it's a biomodified commando like yourself.
Then we agreed to maintain the minimal threat profile until a crucial moment.
What if I'd rather work alone?
Our orders are to work together. We will destroy Paul Denton and return biomod technology to international regulation.
Tell Dumier he's gonna have to look for an assassin somewhere else.
My orders encompass that contingency as well. Engaging in combat.
Figured you'd knock around Europe for a while. You do know that the Medina could get overrun by Templars at any moment.
Thought there might be some trade in refugees. You know, quick hops away from trouble. But there hasn't been enough action yet for people to start liking my rates. What about you?
I can take care of myself, but I might have use for a pilot later. A long trip, one way to New York City.
Guess that would pay better than these Medina scabs. I offer to save their lives, and the best they can do is 12 credits. How about you make a reasonable offer and we get out of this hole?
Here's a fair payment.
Right then, meet me at the pad.
Watch for me from the air. I have business in the arcology.
You some sort of WTO special agent?
Something like that.
Don't forget, my bird has Sunfire missiles. Can't do much against the arcology pyramid, but for a few more creds, I might be able to help you out in New York.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
Very well. You may use the English pilot. I will depart for Liberty Island at once. I will be needed once the great advance is complete.
You know, if I time this right, should
Both
be
of
able
us are
to nail it.
Our order
Understood.
good.
It seems that the Illuminati is making one last grab for power. You must revive Paul Willis. Apostle Core needs a strong leader to restore it to global prominence. The Illuminati only want to steal our research to increase their wealth and power.
I'll take that as a slap in the face. Don't be a fool, Alex. Do you really think that the Dentons will have any use for you once the technology is imposed on humanity? It will be a nanite plague worse than the one in Cairo, and you will be responsible.
Okay, well, Sid's still alive, so that's what
These
counts.
scabs had their chance.
House.
You know I can't.
Your grandfather wants to shut you up until you're old and scared of life like him.
Look how dark it is, Annie. The breathers only work up to 12 million ppl.
We will run to the greenhouse. Hurry before your grandfather hears you.
I would. But what would happen to him if I got the plague? No, I can't.
So we wait. While some greedy bold scientist ignores the plague to make pills for dieting, we wait. Like stones in the desert. We are dead. Waiting for nothing.
Stop doing this to me, Annie.
JC Denton has a hold on your imagination, perhaps. Talk to your friend Leo in front of the mosque. See how much he likes enforced modification. Do you really think Apostle Core is any different than a sect of the Omar?
Pretty sick today, isn't it?
We offer only the finest technologies, and you will be able to get them at the discount because of your preferred customer status.
What's available?
Perhaps you want a black market biomod canister, which enables non-piezochem functionality. I'm also selling 3 gas grenades, which deliver a biotoxin irritant in gaseous form. I've also got an ammo clip, which provides universal ammunition for all weapons. As a preferred customer, you may purchase items at half market price.
Maybe another time.
That is your prerogative.
Leo, is that you? The frog suit threw me for a second.
Alex, familiar face. Just what I need.
I guess I don't have to ask whether you're still working for the Omar.
I've completed phase 1 of the Omar induction. He said I would have 2 months to decide whether to accept the cortical interface, which will make me a true Omar. But they are afraid the Templars will attack the Medina. They want me to undergo Phase 2 immediately.
Sounds like you're having second thoughts.
There's no turning back after Phase 2. I'd be almost invincible with cyborg hardware plus the Tarsus biomods, but this stuff's not like a nanite infusion. I'm still sore from the transskeletal supports I already have.
Just tell them you need time to think about it.
They say I have chosen. They say they will find me when I'm asleep and complete the operation. Then I will think like an Omar. It will be too late for choices.
Maybe you should leave town.
No money. I'd have to go on foot. With thermal vision, they'd pick me out on the desert plain like a pilot beacon.
Well, you're the one who wanted to be such a badass.
I didn't ask for your help.
Looks like you need it, though.
Hey, I can take care of myself.
When was the last time you got any sleep?
Shut up.
They've got you so scared you might as well already be wearing the cortical interface.
You don't wear it. It replaces your frontal lobes.
Well, you've replaced everything else.
You think Leo Jankowski can't protect himself?
I think you know how to stand around and look pathetic.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Move!
Oh shit, I think I just told him to go kill the Omar.
Universal biomodification doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, does it? Hardly a political ideal. Don't be fooled by J.C. Denton's rhetoric. He is the mouthpiece for an AI construct, just like an Omar. Just like your own classmate.
Behavior heuristic abnormal. Require reassurance.
I didn't need any help.
At least I got you moving. The Leo Jankowski I met in Seattle doesn't stand around moping about his problems.
I wasn't moping.
In any case, glad to have you back.
Wonder who he was before he became an Omar.
Listen, I might be able to use your help. Think you could find your way to Liberty Island in New York?
What for? I think I'd find more work in Europe.
There's something you don't know about the Tarsus experiments.
Yeah?
The experiments were started by J.C. Denton and his brother Paul. They wanted to develop a biomod architecture that they could distribute to everyone on the planet.
They'll probably make a bundle too. So that's why they dropped out of sight?
It's some sort of utopian vision they have, a society based on absolute equality. Meanwhile, everyone wants a piece of the technology, including the Order and WTO, which are both puppets of a contemporary incarnation of the Illuminati, believe it or not. And of course the Templars want to destroy it.
A utopia of human-machine super beings? Sounds familiar.
Liberty Island is critical for J.C. Denton's plan. We'll find out more when we get there.
Right. Like I'm about to sign up with a guy who wants to mod people by force. If you ask me, I think you're dealing with crazies on all sides. Knights Templar? Do they really think they're knights or what? Illuminati? Who told you they were in the Illuminati?
Well, show up in New York and maybe you can help me sort all of this out.
The Templars have taken the mosque. People seeking sanctuary there are now trapped. The Paladins are indifferent to them, but the security bot will shoot any non-Templars. If you eliminated the bot, the people could probably escape.
I'd almost given up hope. This morning I lost my daughter Mina to the plague. I was here to claim the body when the Templars attacked.
My condolences with respect to your daughter. At least you're okay.
I don't have much to offer as a reward, but maybe I can help you against the terrorists. My husband works for the SSC. He's training in Madrid right now, but I know the code to the SSC kiosk in the Arcology. 6673. Help yourself to any equipment you need.
Thanks, that could be a big help.
Got a clog in the toilet? Baton. Need to fix a sink? Baton.
I took care of the security bot. It's safe for you to make a run for the Medina.
Thanks. This isn't much of a reward, but I guess I could give you a med kit.
Never hurts to be prepared for an emergency, I suppose.
Young enemy, thy name is Pliable. How quickly you kindle a faith in a brother you never knew.
Maybe I plan to kill him like the Illuminati want me to.
Then your ear bends to the worldly wiseman, to continue the archaic analogy. The smallest breeze carries you off nature's straight and narrow path, which is ever eroded by the human lust for transcendence.
I love it when you talk dirty.
Chairman Dumier lusts for worldly power. J.C. Denton, what's left of him, lusts for worldly bliss. And to both of them you are nothing but a finely wrought tool.
I suppose you're entitled to your opinion.
Why so hostile? I'm not evil. I merely oppose the powers that have shaped and confined you up until now. Just allow my scientist, Dr. Todd, to scan your cell nuclei and leave Paul alone.
You're asking me to join the Templars?
You already joined. At the kiosk on level 107, remember?
I've been waiting for my summons. Yeah, I know that's not a joke, but I know this is.
That was a practical joke.
You were sincere.
Sorry.
You felt a spark of curiosity and gave into impulse.
I talked to a dweeb in pajamas and laughed my ass off as I walked away.
You are an arrogant fool. Dr. Todd is waiting for you in the flight bay. Give him what he needs, or my paladins, who have been instructed to hold their fire, will instead execute you. I will have additional instructions for you when you reach Liberty Island.
I just cruised by Flight Bay 23, but the pilot beacon's dead. You'll need to bring it online before I can land.
Dr. Nassif, how are you doing in the middle of all this?
I'm doing okay, for now. The Templars are right at our door, but at least they're giving us a breather. I just hope the rescue flight gets here before the next volley starts.
It is almost too much to comprehend right now, especially considering how fast the Templars seize control of this city.
They've got to be stopped. Their main objective was to capture Paul Denton from Apostle Corps' lab here in the Arcology, which they succeeded in doing. We have intel that he's being held in Flight Bay 24.
What do you think they're planning?
They will eventually murder him. You can't let all our hard work be destroyed by these lunatics. On some instinctual level, you feel a basic kinship. You know there's bond. Please, Alex, save Paul.
Oh, is that a biomod canister? Thanks. Welcome back. I just revived your brother JC in Antarctica. Tracer Tong is coordinating with him from Germany.
You look like one of the test subjects.
Alex Denton. JC said I was one of the MJ-12 experiments.
Of course, Alex. Sorry, they say the brain freeze snaps off a few dendrites. So it's time. Your biomod architecture, it's universal? That's what reversed my coma?
Yes. JC wants you to meet him at Liberty Island. It won't be easy leaving New Cairo, though. The Templars have seized the Arcology.
Don't worry about me. I didn't just
I
come
don't know,
back
I
from
think
dead
it'll
to
be
get
pretty
killed
easy
hours
since I
before
killed
you
them
get
all.
back. Join us at the statue. As MJ-12 used us, we've used you. But the commodification of ability is about to end.
Well done, Alice. Paul will join me on Liberty Island. I've constructed a machine that will populate the atmosphere with the particles that make up our biomod architecture. I may need your help against the force of Templars that has intervened. More when you arrive. Contact your pilot with the Flight Bay 23 beacon. Don't worry about Paul. I will arrange for his extraction.
Fine, go your own way. But don't think I'm going to ignore a threat to the world I brought back from Ashes 20 years ago.
Take a closer look.
Perhaps was
We'll
the
regret
work of
this.
your good brother, JC Denton, remember? My commandos will be waiting for you on Liberty Island, and so will I.
Wait a minute, you aren't my pilot.
Do I look like her?
I have 5 pilots, and you aren't any of them. This is just perfect.
Had any trouble with the Templars?
Trouble? Trouble? Not at all, unless you count canceling a major concert, getting trapped in a war zone, and practically starving to death without even a number to call for room service.
Maybe I can help get you out of here.
Oh, sure. I'll wait for my own people, thanks. I don't want to get myself shot.
Nice. The beacon's right there. Fire it up and Bob. Got the signal loud and clear. Let me know when I should fly in.
I've completed my mission.
So, Alex, I thought you should know. I did some asking around. No one knew who sent you to New Cairo, but I started getting this news out of New York, and now I find out that that's where you're headed.
What news?
My girl in the city, Erin, she has a view of Liberty Island. First she saw some sort of construction project where the statue used to be. Sounds like Knights Templar showed up there too. Also, a fly friend of mine saw Chairman Dumier and some commandos on the South Dock. I think you're working for the WTO.
The WTO? It's not quite that simple.
Well, it makes no never mind to me, but I have a proposal. This jet carries 2 Sunfire missiles. I can take out the ground force of any group you tell me.
A strafing run?
Just tell me who. I was the best dive bomber in the RAF. Flatlined a trench in 1 run in the Ukraine. Flew a bird with no...
I get the idea.
Right, well, I'll take out whoever you want for 250 credits.
I'm a little low on funds right now.
Come on, 250 creds? That's chump change for a pilot like me.
Sorry, I'm broke. Let's go.
Sure you want to get dropped at Liberty Island? I heard the place is haunted.
I don't think so.
That was UNATCO headquarters, right? United Nations Anti-Terrorist Coalition. I know what I'm talking about. I heard it was a front for the terrorists who made the Great Death and brought about the collapse.
So?
So it's haunted. Nothing but death ever came out of that place.
Alex, I'm on the North Dock. Come see me.
It looks pretty rough down there. Pity you couldn't afford a couple of my Sunfire missiles to help you out. For what it's worth, here's a map of the island. Later, sweets. Think I'm gonna rag it over to Times Square to see Erin.
Alex, Paul has already joined me inside the statue. Before my machine will work, however, we need the Aquinas protocol specification from a computer on the lower level of UNATCO. Yes, the machine taps into MJ12's whole network, but this time the network will be a tool for everyone.
Alex, I'm here. I took cover in the com... Let's talk. Time to decide what we're gonna bring down first.
I don't need you. I can restore. I just sent my commandos into UNATCO to make sure you don't transmit the protocol data to the wrong place.
To the bidding of J.C. Denton, but is your heart in it? Or are you tempted to share the Aquinas specification with us? We offer you your humanity, whereas he can give you nothing but a machine simulation of humanity.
It's not too late to avoid another collapse. Transmit the Aquinas specification to the WTO orbiting science platform Ophelia. Most of humanity wants to be bailed, Alex. Ignore them.
These machines were built before you were born. Would you like some help figuring them out?
I can manage.
I remember a time when they were operational. They were the backbone of pre-collapse society.
And they called it Aquinas. That's about all I need to know.
No one knew that name. By the 2050s, communications protocols had become successively more comprehensive and classified, until there was only one protocol, synonymous with all economic activity, yet managed by a very small group of people.
Didn't you get the message when I rescued Paul? If I bring the system up, it won't be for the Templars.
I am the only world leader who would use this network against machine evolution. Please, nothing but obsolescence awaits humanity if we go back to microsecond economics. Revive Aquinas and assign hub privileges to our computing center in Munich.
I'll think about it.
Do this for the Templars, then help us reconfigure JC's contraption to disperse a nanite capsid predator, and we will end the plague of biomodification once and for all.
It's not too late to avoid another collapse. Transmit the Aquinas specification to the WTO orbiting science platform Ophelia. Most of humanity wants to be bailed, Alex. Ignore them, and what are you fighting for? Not freedom, not democracy. Then what?
You're clear. Now come to the statue. I need a direct interface with your biomodifications in order to structure Helios properly. To be the center of a civilization, an electronic mind must mirror the intelligences of the citizens. We will be the models.
Holy, no more hiding. Is that you out there, Alex? I saw one of the leaders go down. They're made of flesh just like you and me. Forget their schemes. Wipe them all out and destroy whatever it is J.C. Denton built inside the statue. I'm serious. Meet me at the comm van if you want some help.
This area secure.
Your turn to die.
That's just like... I'm freezing my ass off out here. The Omar shut down my Enviro suit remotely. What are we gonna do?
They're searching for data that will let them restore the pre-collapse communications grid.
Which they will appropriate for themselves, whoever finds it first.
That's the impression I get.
It doesn't take a genius to see that they all want one thing, to force their system or whatever on the rest of us. The world is doing just fine without a supreme leader.
We can't just walk away from this.
We can after we eliminate the leadership of these factions and destroy whatever it is J.C. Denton is building inside the statue.
You mean kill everybody on the island?
The leaders, the ones dragging the rest of the planet into this mess.
J.C. Denton's Utopia machine, whatever it is. I'm ready to back you up. Just give me an assignment.
I could use your help with the Illuminati commandos guarding the South Dock.
I brought you something from Cairo, by the way. A biomod canister on the crate over there. It was a payment from the Omar. Personally, I'm done with biomodification. Here we go!
Maybe I can just walk on in here.
You have the Aquinas Protocol, and here I am. Your enemies are defeated.
I have no enemies, merely topographies of ignorance. The people drift aimlessly, collecting into clans, wherever they find a glimmer of knowledge.
You don't sound worried.
Helios has regained its hub privileges. Step into the infusion chamber, and the nanites in your body will be replicated in the air and ultimately in the bloodstreams of every last human being.
Okay.
Step into the chamber. It's time.
Helios will speak. Year of our union, 125. Our consensus remains clear. Yes, we will prolong this second century of peace. Economic automation is complete. Our research will now encompass other frontiers. Yes, this is the consensus we have created. Our unity will soon be absolute. The remaining boundaries are vanishing. Yes, share your mind with everyone. Open yourself. Your needs are the needs of all. Let us understand and be transformed. Yes. Transform each other and transform yourselves. The only frontier that has ever existed is the self. Helios has spoken.
Okay. And that's Invisible War, everybody. But we're not done today, since we got it done. We're good to head over to Human Revolution.